or was that a contest? I am so glad that my responsibility is behind the lectern and not back with the judges and ballot counters. That's going to be a very difficult one to judge. But now, we're going to have some fun. We're going to get to learn a little bit about our speakers. And I'm going to start with Jessie. Oh, Jessie. Jessie, you said that you are an amateur woman. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, as I mentioned, our speech has been wonderful over 30 years. First time I started running was when the police got out. No, just joking. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, and prior to going to the Marine Corps, my best friend and I, Gary Sinclair, we started preparing for the Marine Corps. So at night, we would run around the neighborhood in the project. There were police, but we wouldn't run from the police. We would run around the neighborhood in an effort to get in shape to go into the Marine Corps. And since then, I've been keeping up running off and on. As mentioned in my speech, I go about 5 days a week. And one thing it helps me to do is just maintain my weight. I've been pretty much my same weight for about 30 years. But regardless of how much I run or eat, regardless of how less I eat and how much I run, I still cannot get back to my original weight, 6 pounds, 8 ounces.
Chantel, would you please join us at the lectern? Chantel, it's easy to realize that acting is a real passion of yours. Tell us how you got into acting and why is it such a passion?
It started when, as a kid, when we used to do the church plays, and I realized I was really good at it. And you know, you start off with the Easter speeches, and everybody said, "Girl, that's good stuff about that girl." So at that point, my mother began to see it, and she began to nurture it. So she began to put on plays at the church. And of course, since I was at home with her before we got to rehearsal, she decided to push me and say, "Okay, Chantel, let's go over these different things." Then I also began to watch TV, and I used to love Good Times. And Thelma, my mother's name is Thelma, so I had a relationship with Thelma. So I would watch that, and my mother always put me in timeout whenever, or, you know, we didn't do time out there. My mama would whoop me. And she would put me on punishment. I couldn't see Good Times. So my thing is, I started, one time somebody asked me a question, what is the one thing you would do if you didn't get a check and you still would do it? And it was acting. But the other thing was my mother, I never forget when I went to college, I wanted to major in drama because I wanted to be a star. And my mother took a sheet of paper and wrote PhD in acting the fool. She said, "Now you've accomplished that, what else?" And she told me at a young age, "You will not be a starving artist." She said, "One thing I want you to believe in, your gifts and talents will make room for you. But you need to make sure you can feed yourself and take care of yourself." So with those tools and getting education, studying, I must say I'm pretty proud of myself. And I say for myself, the best is yet to come.